This is the 2024 Opus in a 56 degree standard grind, and the standard grind for this was 12 degrees. And then I'm going to be comparing it to the Opus SP of 2025. This is a 56 degree also standard grind, but they have changed what the standard grind is. So this is 10, this is 12, slight difference, but this is what you would buy off the rack at 56 degrees. Now, I don't actually know what a full swing would produce on this wedge at this loft just yet, so I might change the yardage, or I might not. Maybe I've guessed very well. So 109, I've got 113 to the pin, that'll do. Callaway Chrome Tour X in the golf ball, which is a nice spinny golf ball in itself. So we might expose the difference in these updated grooves and placement of weight. Oh, that was nice. 2024 Opus, good stick. Now they did do the Opus Platinum, which I think was an absolute beast of a wedge. Although it was quite a bit more expensive than the standard Opus, but there we go. Maybe a groove and a half low, so that will spin a bit more, stop a bit quicker. That was just nice. Beautiful. So I'm just trying to put like stock swings through these so I don't get as much variation. Yeah, nice. Okay. So 2024 Opus is nice. Now, what does that little speed pocket do differently to the flight on a full shot? So this, I think, is a slightly heavier standard shaft. So straight away on that full swing, it felt like there was a bit more meat on it to get through the ball. Some people will like that, some people will need something lighter. So custom fitting, custom ordering shafts that flow with your irons a bit better might be a good idea. Talk to your retailer, talk to your local pro about that. But the wedge on last year's Opus does feel just that little bit lighter, and it's only by, I mean, it's a Dynamic Gold Mid 115 last year, and it's a Dynamic Gold S200 this year. I haven't actually looked at what the weight of these shafts are, but they're historically in my mind about 128, so they are heavier. Spinning. Nice. Oh, this is consistent with my other yardages. So there are two videos before this one where I looked at a 40-yard chip and a 70-yard pitch, and here we are, the full swing. Oh, it does, it's not supposed to be more forgiving, but it does feel rather nice. So it does maybe lean to the left a little bit easier. Well, that could just be me. Tidy. I think one more will make it level pegging. Nice. Cool. Let's have a look at the data. So, full swings. Firstly, that grouping looks all right with the whole collection of 40, 70 and 100-yard shots. Any real anomalies? Not really. We've got a 102 in there. Let's get rid of you. So, angle of descent on the Opus is 51.4 against 52.3. Not much difference between the two. Peak height, 81. It is higher on the SP. And the launch angle is that little bit higher as well, even though I've got a crease in the screen. Let's have a look at another angle. So ball speed wise, I've got more ball speed in the SP, which is consistent across the board on different distance shots. I have got slightly higher launch, spin is over 10,000, so it won't come out on there. I'll go back to that. I've got 109 against 108, 2 yards variance against 2 yards variance. I'm not seeing much difference there. And spin wise, we have 10,660 on the SP against 10,680. Okay. Variation 294 against variation 373. I did see tighter tolerations in spin on the other yardage shots. By all means, go and check that out. But I'm seeing not really a massive difference between these. Certainly not as much difference as I thought there would be. Slightly tighter tolerances in some areas of distance and speed, but largely not that different. What do you think? Let me know in the comments and I'll see you on the next video. Side note, I could do a wet test to see if the grooves are any better than they were last year when the face is wet, because that is a valuable part of a wedge that often gets overlooked and under tested. Jump in the comments if you want to see that, because I will do that at a later date, because if I do it right now I will have a wet mat for my next golf lesson who's coming in a bit.